right, guys, let's look at your reading for the next month. All right, this is timeless, but take what resonates. I'm trying to tap into the next 4 to 6 weeks. I might pick up on different energies based on future potential. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the collective first here. Open heart. Thank you, Spirit. But it could be also a little bit of laziness here. This is a birthing, okay, that's coming along with the spring energy. This is a major emotional birthing that's happening here. Spirit really wants you to listen to the chakras on either side of your heart, okay, because it's not just about the emotions. There is a little bit of anticipation and maybe even a little bit of fear from your inner child about going into a life less ordinary, okay? So let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know about the month ahead? Thank you. Well, I can tell you right now, okay, there's definitely ups and downs. Again, it all centers around the heart. You're sending out a lot of wishes and a lot of healing. A lot of you are doing a lot of inner child healing, a lot of inner child work. But again, they keep showing me that you have a little bit of anticipation about where you're going. For some of you, they're showing me this as work because they are showing me 8 of Pentacles energy. So there is a lot of energy of work and not knowing how this work is going to go or where you're going to go with it. Someone is thinking about taking their mask off, being more honest and upfront for some of you. For others of you, again, this is being able to look differently through your heart in a way that you haven't been able to before. It may require you doing some healing work, taking time out to balance yourself out in nature, because I feel like where you have been balancing yourself here in the past is no longer working for you. And again, they're showing me that 8 of Pentacles energy here, and a lot of balance. So maybe you're trying to balance work life and home life, and you're struggling through that. What else do we need to know here, Spirit? Okay. Yeah. End of a healing period. But we do have somebody's heart is opening up. They've been almost afraid to let themselves speak about moving forward. This has been from some past pain, but they do feel this energetically. And I feel like there's a waiting. Again, suffering in silence here. And 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords. There is a waiting game for somebody to move on what they know. To put one foot in front of the other. Go after what they can see on the horizon. What's been being held back in the heart space here is upper heart chakra energy. There's a lot of knowing without being spoken. 2 of Wands in reverse. If there's distance here, you're not connecting, okay? Some of you, this could be trying to take a trip home to see family. The Emperor. And we had the Empress for the collective on opening. So the Emperor's move is up. This is the Emperor's move, okay? If they move, you move out of the Eight of Pentacles into the Nine of Pentacles. The temptation here, however, goes back to that. Well, I could do it this way, or I could do it that way, or I could do it this way, and not doing anything at all. Again, there's this aspect they're telling me of using echolocation because there's not actually a conversation happening. The balance here that they keep bringing up is in taking it slow, okay? It takes time. And that is what's important, because this is somebody who feels like they have held this in for quite some time and fighting to almost like be seen is what Spirit is showing me. For our Divine Masculine, Spirit, for the Divine Masculine, thank you. Again, they know energetically the connection is here. And there is this aspect for some of you that their higher self is helping them, like, to embrace moving forward, to embrace following their path to a higher level. But this means there's death and there's the full faith. It takes the faith of moving forward. This is somebody who was betrayed, and they're very mistrusting because of that in all aspects. They know they've got a choice to make. This could have to do in whether to stay where they are or whether to take this move, this transition. But they're not seeing yet where that path will go. The underlying here is because with this season, they're working through a lot of karma, clearing a lot of limiting beliefs, okay? For our Divine Feminine, withdrawn, okay? That's the suffering in silence. You've pulled yourself out of bounds. You've pulled yourself back emotionally. And it's like you're tired of the confusion. Like, you're like, I want union. I want all of the alignment and infinite possibilities that I can. And you didn't see yourself getting it in that way. Thank you, Spirit. You think that this person, this Divine Masculine energy, male or female, doesn't matter, that they are trying to break through financially, that they're trying to level up financially. And so you feel like they don't see your heart, they don't see your embodiment, and you've put all the wishes out there. You know that this is what's for you. For some of you, this could be person, place, or thing. But you also know that they have their journey and you have your new journey. You've already opened up the door and you're moving towards it. They haven't opened up their door yet. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's pull a spirit animal for each of the signs. Okay. Aquarius, thank you. The field mouse, okay, success. Believe in yourself and dare to dream big, okay? But take it one bite at a time, one little piece at a time to get to that success. Okay, it may be one step forward, partial step back, but you're getting there, okay? Listen to what you're being shown in your dreams and at night, okay? Pisces, thank you. Pisces, the divine masculine within you is a free spirit and needs to be given some space and some freedom to express themselves creatively. They're kind of running a little bit wild. The way it came out was almost like a crossing energy. If we were crossing, it would be crossing with self-love, the peacock. So there is a little bit of ego involved in that, of wanting to be the best, okay? Aries, I hope you're enjoying your season. The honeybee, divine feminine, okay? Being called, again, to rise up. And I feel like that's what you are doing, but you're a little bit afraid. Just remember that everything you're collecting, all the pollen, all of this stuff you're collecting will turn into honey later and will populate not just one thing, but many things. And so it's important for you to remember that. Again, so Pisces, I saw taking a little bit of a step back before they take a step forward. Again, just like with Aquarius, Aries, you're kind of taking one step forward, partial step back before you move forward. Okay? Taurus. Thank you. The llama, you're going through some soul growth. You could have some help with you. Some of you could be thinking about going to the Andes. Growth is never easy. Have faith and trust in your journey. Some of you are healing relationships and looking to take things to the next level, but this really means stepping into yourself, going within, okay? Gemini. Starfish and the flamingo. You're going really far within, okay? Very, very deep within, listening to your soul's truth, really stepping into your emotions, and it's in order to move forward in your heart space, okay? You're being called to work on collective healing, which means you have to work on healing yourself. And that does mean in some aspects, it's like you gotta eat that upper heart chakra like fuel for the fire, Spirit's showing me. Okay, and then you will definitely leap ahead. This could be a very big transformation for you. Cancer, thank you. You're being led to play. Okay, you're being led to take some time to learn how to play. This is a transitionary time for you, and you're kind of just floating along with your emotions, not really sure of where you're going. You're clinging, though, a little bit to what you feel is your sustenance, and I think that's a little bit of fear. Okay, Leo. You're like, I'm just sitting here in service of my heart. And that's okay. It's a time for that, but make sure you make time to be in service of yourself and your heart. How can you serve yourself better? Because you're overdoing it. And Spirit really wants you to remember that if you don't take care of yourself, like if oxygen mask on you first before you can help others. Virgo, thank you. The crane, okay, surrender. Surrender to this leap ahead. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. I know there's a lot of unknowns that you're moving into, and there's going to be a lot of death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth on your path right now. But this bridges the gap between the 3D and the heart space. And I think that's very important for you to know. Libra. You're going very much into your, like, almost like funneling downloads so that you can step into your power to leap ahead. The frog. Don't take a backseat in your story. It's time to step up. So you really are really keeping your eyes focused on things as well. Okay. Scorpio. Thank you. The cat. Speak your truth, okay? You've been waiting for the perfect moment. And a lot of this is coming from your inner child, all right? You've been waiting for the perfect moment for this. And it's time to have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. Your voice is ready to speak, and really confidently. And I think that this is an important process for you and where you're going. Ophiuchus. Ooh, the panther. You're starting to find almost like it's like the daffodil season, the daffodil medicine of resilience and protection of self. Okay. Consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give it away to freely. All right. Because I do feel like I'm getting this energy that you're like, yeah, I smell somebody that's not being honest, and you're right. Okay. Sagittarius. You're almost through a shedding cycle, which is going to leave you pretty raw, okay, on the outside. This is a Kundalini rising that you've been going through. So channel your creative passions and sensuality as you go through this transformation, because it is going to be, again, kind of raw and a little bit of pain that you're going to go through. Be tender if this is healing family loss, okay? They're showing me that there's a big variety of different, almost like lineages of the Sagittarius energy that's going through these transformations. So that's why they're not getting too personalized. I do see for someone here, this might be healing a bone. All right, so just gonna put that out there. You may have had to have an x-ray, have a fracture, something like that. Not a doctor, I don't know anything. Okay, Capricorn, thank you. The antelope and the fox. So you are back and forth and back and forth because you're taking a lot of new routes and not a lot of new paths. Some of you, this could be because maybe you've moved or you changed jobs, or like your kids are in a different school or something, and it could even be travel, and it's new places. But they're saying, consider whether or not this back and forth is really making you happy, because I feel like it's bringing up some shadow work that you may need to deal with. For the collective, thank you. We have the rabbit The deer on the back here is showing that you know the angels are with you, your spirit guides are with you, your ancestors are with you, your guides. Trust this process, okay? The rabbit. You are sensitive, and so strengthen your boundaries going forward, because I do feel like you've had a lot of challenging energies in your life. Let's look at the rabbit. Where are you at? It says patience. Okay, the rabbit. Elements, air and earth. Meaning, strengthen your boundaries and cut cords. Crystals. Crazy lace agate, moss agate, and apparite. The rabbit is curious but cautious. She is wary because she feels so much. Be aware of the energies around you at the time. Fill into what's held in your space, your home and land. It may be time to cleanse them. You are a sensitive soul and feel so much of the unseen around you. This card is not a caution, but a reminder to be gentle and kind to yourself. If you are around people who you feel maybe are draining you, reclaim your energy. Work on your solar plexus and cleanse it with selenite or any energizing stone, sunstone, amber, honey calcite, or citrine. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit, from my Oracle of Time deck? Okay, some of you could be going through your Saturn return and you're dealing with some limitations, and the solar eclipse is going to flare that up for you. Okay. Remember to, when you make a wish, to just send it out there. All right. Thank you. Something is, again, birthing here. And again, they showed me at the beginning that we were showing something birthing in the spring. So there is something birthing here. Friday might be important in terms of that. You may see a stork as a sign. I feel like it's something that was delayed. It is running late. It was postponed. But whatever limitations you're going through, they're going to have a breakthrough. But it may be, again, some of that stepping forward, stepping backwards, stepping forward, stepping backwards. It's kind of a cycle that you're walking through right now. There's the Emperor and the Empress. Angel number 333, these things are moving ahead. You know this. The knowledge is there. But it's got to, there's a distance that needs to be like managed before it opens up to that. Let's close it out with one more. Yeah, okay, one more oracle. And then I'm going to let this go. Yeah, a change of heart comes over the next season. For a lot of you, it's reevaluation of work, what makes you happy. But as we move through Taurus season, I feel like it's going to bring a lot of change, all right? You could find exactly where you belong. So I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful month, and I will see you soon. Bye.